Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Savannah J. Goins, author of Young Adult Fantasy, and today I'm going to talk to you about ways to boost your creativity. So if you haven't heard already, I talk an awful lot about writing even when you don't feel inspired. And I think it's extremely important to be able to do that. If you're going to make writing your career, you're going to have to write every chance you get, and you're not going to feel inspired every chance you get. So it's very important to be able to train yourself to write even when you're not feeling the creative juices flowing. However, feeling inspired is really nice when it happens, and it's really an awesome feeling to just have the words flow and just type away for ages and not even realize how much time is passing. It's great when that happens, and I definitely love when that happens. So I'm going to talk to you about some ways to help get yourself inspired again if you're feeling less than inspired. However, you still need to be able to write without feeling creative. Tip number 1 is to read a book. So whether you are stuck because your book is sounding exactly like everything else in that genre, or because you're not sure what genre it's in, reading a book can help you get some fresh ideas and can help you figure out what genre you're writing, and help you, reading a book in a different genre could help you get some ideas for how to spice up your book, whatever genre it's in. And it also is just a really nice way to give your mind a little break from writing. If you've completely hit a wall and can't get anywhere, reading a book is going to just give you some fresh ideas. Tip number 2 is to read something else you wrote. If you've been writing for any length of time, you have probably grown, and it can be extremely amusing and also kind of horrifying to read something that you wrote a long time ago. But the bright side of that is usually you can laugh about it, and you can also see how much you've grown since then. I've been writing on and off really since I was 6, but somewhat for like the past 10 years, and reading like my old poems or any of my old writing is really amusing. And I also can cringe a little bit at how horrible it is, but also be really glad to know that I can recognize that it's really horrible, and because I've grown so much that I'm able to see that. So it's really sometimes amusing and encouraging to see how much you've grown to read something that you wrote in the past. Tip number 3 is to talk to a writer friend. Talking to someone who is, going through the same difficulties as you is really helpful. And if they're your writer friend, they may have read something you've written before, or are excited about reading something that you've written coming up. And seeing someone else be excited for something that you're writing is so encouraging. If you feel like your book is horrible and you hate it and everybody's going to hate it and nobody's going to want to read it, it's really hard to feel like writing it. But if you have at least one friend that gets excited about it for you and is like, oh, I can't wait for it to come out, one friend doing that can help you get back on writing and be like, well, at least this one person wants to read it, so it's going to be worth writing. Oh, my hair is looking fantastic. Anyway. Okay, so tip number 4 is to watch some encouraging YouTube videos or read some encouraging posts about whatever it is you're struggling with. So if you just need some encouragement, there's lots of posts and videos out there just to encourage you and remind you that everybody goes through the same difficulties with writing, and that you can totally push through it, and it's not going to be forever, and it's going to get better. There's also lots of posts and videos about all the kinds of things you might be struggling with. So if you're just stuck somewhere, try Googling it and look for some writer blog posts or some author-tube videos to help give you some advice, and that might help inspire you with how you might be able to fix your problem, whatever problem you have. And number 5 is to watch a movie or a TV show. This is kind of like reading a book. It can be a break if what you really need is a mental break. I'll have a video coming up tomorrow about how to know when you should take a break. They can be really helpful to just give your mind a little rest, and they also can be full of inspiration. Seeing certain characters, the way that characters change, certain situations, magic things, the rules of magic, all kinds of things. People have tons and tons of ideas in movies and shows, and some of those ideas you might be able to repurpose into your own stories. So I hope that these tips have been helpful for you. If you just keep in mind that even if these things didn't work and didn't help boost your creativity for the moment, you should totally still write if you have the chance. Waiting around till you feel like it, as I said in a recent video that I will link to below, is also just not going to get you anywhere. If you want to make this a career and take it seriously, you've got to write even when the muse is not singing. That's just how it is. So if you have any other tips for boosting creativity, please let me know in the comments. If there's anything you're struggling with right now, please tell me about it in the comments, and I'd be happy to try to help you with it. If you would like to see my other writing tips videos this week and in the future on Mondays, hit the subscribe button, and to be notified as soon as I post, hit the bell icon. And I'll see you guys next time.